You can be spiritual and heartbroken. You can be spiritual and depressed. You can be spiritual and angry. Spirituality helps you face the human experience, not suppress it. That is facts. Love this, love this quote. Because there is a misconception um, that, I don't know, people think being like spirituality is all about positivity. But we know that that's not even the case at all. We know it's about authenticity, being authentic to your emotions and your feelings. And that's why I love this quote, because it says it helps you face the human experience. So when you have these spiritual awakening, it's you just becoming aware of your environment around you, being aware of how you're reacting and responding to the environment outside of you, and how to maintain that control within your inner world so that your outer world can reflect the same. And so, spirituality, being spiritual doesn't mean that you're neglecting other feelings. So don't think that when you're embarking on a spiritual journey and a spiritual path that it's just about maintaining a certain image or maintaining a certain emotion. No. And don't think that you're less spiritual because you might get upset or you might get angry or might get triggered, because that's a part of this journey. It's getting back to your true, authentic self. And if you're avoiding emotions, then you're suppressing them. And they show up in other ways in your life that are detrimental to your life. So it's better to be authentic and address and approach all of your emotions, right? So don't think that just because you're a spiritual person, doesn't mean that you don't go through depression. You might go through even more depression. Shit, you might even be more depressed, the most depressed, because you're aware of the world that we live in, right? I've been going through those stages of depression, and it's not like, oh, I hate my life, or I hate who I am, but it's like depression. It's just this depression of just the world that we're in, just thinking about, okay, how people are nowadays, how the world is, it's on the most worst decline of all, and it's depressing to think about where we're headed. Yeah, that could make, but that doesn't make me less spiritual. People think just because you're not happy-go-lucky or chipper, that, oh, you can. No, I'm human and I go through different emotions, So it's about addressing and approaching each emotion as I experience them. And not suppress, because when you suppress and when you don't be authentic, you're being fake. So you're not being real with yourself. And when you suppress emotions, then you are building up that energy, and it is going to stay stored in your body and show up in different ways that way, or it can manifest in different ways in your life if you're avoiding, if you're just avoiding the experience, the human experience. So don't get caught up in the assumption that being spiritual, you have to be this, oh, me, happy. Because you're psyching yourself out. And there's no way to really grow in life, If everything's all green, all good all the time, where's the lessons? How are you stretching and growing your mind, body, and spirit if you don't face obstacles? Obstacles are like the practice, and then when you go through spiritual tests, you pass those tests because you've been through those obstacles, right? So that includes other emotions and things like that. Life would be boring if it's just all green, all good, you know? You have to know this. I'm just here to help motivate y'all. Y'all know? I'm here to help motivate y'all and keep y'all continuing down the path and personal spiritual journeys that y'all are on. Because it's rough and it gets hard. And people will project and make you try to veer you away from who you know you are. You know? So don't let people think that you're not doing the right thing because you're expressing your emotions, you know? Just embrace life and embrace all your emotions and learn how to release them and be in control of them and be in control of yourself. That's what it's truly about. All right, y'all, I'm signing out and I will definitely talk to y'all later.